So student, we have discussed what your differentials, intensive extensive properties, and your system surroundings. Now we are going to discuss what your first law of thermodynamics, what are these internal energy and enthalpy, and what do you mean by heat capacity, what is the symbols Cp and Cb, what is your Joule-Thomson effect, Joule-Thomson coefficient and temperature inversion, and we will also find the value of work, heat, change in internal energy, change in enthalpy for a isothermal and adiabatic process. Now, what is the first law of thermodynamics? Statement of first law of thermodynamics is energy of a isolated system. Isolated system, I have already told you, a system where a matter and energy is not exchanged with surroundings. Energy of a isolated system is constant. Suppose this is a system and after outside this box are surroundings. How the energy of the particles of the system can be changed? There are two ways. First of all, it can be changed by the way of heat. Second, it can be changed by the way of work. If you are giving it heat by the property of temperature difference, then there will also change in internal energy. If you are doing work on it, then you are also changing its internal energy. So, change in internal energy is equal to whatever the amount you have given as heat and what the amount of energy you have done by means of work. I have made these d bar because heat and work both are not state functions. On integration you will get constant, and simply I can also write it in this way. Q plus W. It is the mathematical representation of your first law of thermodynamics. So energy of a isolated system is constant. You can change the energy of the system by the means of heat and work, and this is the change in internal energy. I have written here heat and work. Now there are two terms, internal energy and enthalpy. Internal energy U and enthalpy H. So suppose you are doing the work on system or transferring the heat to the system at constant volume. So here again delta U is equal to Q plus P delta B. Here I am telling you, if volume is constant, then delta U is equal to the transfer of heat, or you can also say it in this way, change in Exchange of heat with system and surroundings at constant volume is change in internal energy. Ex- exchange of heat exchange of heat with system and surroundings at constant volume is nothing is your change in internal energy. Then what is this enthalpy? Our most of experiments and laboratory works and industrial works, we do all the experiments at constant pressure instead of constant volume. That pressure is your atmosphere pressure. So there is a need of other thermodynamic function, which is your enthalpy. Means change in internal energy at constant pressure is enthalpy. I simply can write here delta H is equal to Q P plus P delta B, plus or minus whatsoever. I have told you the sign convention of work. So what is your heat capacity? Heat capacity, also called thermal capacity, हीट कैपेसिटी कह लीजिए या फिर थर्मल कैपेसिटी व्हाटसोएवर, is a physical property of a matter defined as amount of heat supplied to a system or supplied to a given mass of material to produce unit change in temperature. Means amount of heat supplied for a given mass or material to increase its temperature. Why? 1 degree Celsius or unity, 1 unit. You can write the formula like heat capacity is equal to Q upon T2 minus T1. Simple. It depends on size, composition, nature of substance. So it is your extensive property, additive property. Now right here it is extensive property. If here you are adding that to increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius of a molar mass, 1 mole of matter, then it will be the molar heat capacity. Just change here given mass, right here 1 mole of mass, then it will be your molar heat capacity. Now at constant volume, I will write it here, CB is equal to dq oblique dt. You know that this v is for your constant volume, or simply I can also write it here dt. The equation can be adjusted as, and you know, transfer of heat at constant volume is internal energy. This equation can be transformed as du is equal to cv dt. At constant pressure, Cp is equal to dq upon dt, constant pressure, is equal to dq p upon dt is equal to, here it is dH, because exchange of heat at constant pressure, dt. So dH is equal to Cp dt. Equation second. So these two equations are very important for our expressions and problems in thermodynamic chemistry. Now questions for you, for students: prove that Cp minus Cb is equal to nR for an ideal gas. Ideal gas. Okay. The heat capacity at constant pressure, heat capacity at constant volume. Expressions are these. Question is this. Next, our topic is Joule's effect or Joule coefficient and temperature inversion. Before this, we will do. Now we are calculating the value of work, heat, change in internal energy, change in enthalpy for isothermal and adiabatic processes. Isothermal, adiabatic. So isothermal is the process where there is no change in temperature. Adiabatic process is a process where no change in exchange of heat. There is no exchange of heat. So here I am writing Q and here temperature. You know that dW is equal to minus P dB Vi to Vf final. On putting the value of V, you will get on integration minus R T log Vf upon Bi. It is the value of work in isothermal process. In isothermal process, because there is no change in temperature, so there will be no change in internal energy, because U is directly proportional to T. There is no change in temperature, so there is no change in internal energy. Hence change in internal energy will be 0. Now you know that delta U is equal to Q plus W, and your delta U is 0, so W is equal to Q minus Q, sorry, and it will is equal to RT log Vf upon Vi. So simply I can write here Q is equal to RT upon RT log Vf upon Vi. Now what about enthalpy? Enthalpy, delta H is equal to delta U plus delta NG RT. It will also be equal to 0. For a isothermal process, we have find out the work, we have find out change in internal energy, we have find out the exchange of heat and change in enthalpy. Now come on the adiabatic side. For adiabatic side, the gas follow the equation, Poisson equation, PV की power gamma is equal to constant. Here gamma is equal to Cp oblique Cb. Gamma is equal to Cb oblique Cb. This side again I am explaining you. dW is equal to integration of pressure dV Bi upon Bf, and we have find it out this. U directly proportional to T, so change in internal energy will also equal to will be 0. Q is equal to this, and change in enthalpy will be 0. In adiabatic process, this follow the equation PV की power gamma is equal to constant, gamma is equal to Cp upon Cb. Or from here we can also write Cb is equal to R upon gamma minus 1. How I am writing this? Because Cp minus Cb is equal to 0. Cp minus Cb is equal to R. So putting the value of Cp, R plus Cb, we have find it this equation. Till now, I am finding the work dW is equal to minus PdV, simply by putting the value of pressure here. pressure is equal to any constant, for example k upon b की power gamma dB. Integrate both side. So on integrating both side, W is equal to minus k integration of b की power gamma. Simply by the integration upon integration of this, we will get W is equal to PF VF minus PI VI. It will be your work in your adiabatic process. There is also another way to calculate this work formula. We will also derive this by another process, work for adiabatic process. Now the next method to calculate this work, simply I told you D is equal to CV dt. Is equal to R upon gamma minus 1 dt. Is equal to 1 upon gamma minus 1 R T2 minus R T1, and it will be is equal to 1 upon gamma minus 1 P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Whatsoever you want to obtain, just obtain. You have to find out this formula of work. Now I have to calculate exchange in heat. So for a adiabatic process, it is the well established fact that Q is always equal to 0, and if you want to calculate dH and dB, you have du is equal to CV dt and dH is equal to Cp dt. Here I have taken Cv dt this because only change in internal energy is because of work means anything which is not heat. So I have taken this. Question for students is so that T b की power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant for adiabatic system. For adiabatic system. Now we have calculated the value of WQ. Now our next and the final point is Joule effect. बंद करो. So friends, what your Joule's coefficient and this Joule phenomena. Simply the phenomena of change of temperature. Change of temperature. Phenomena of change of temperature produced when a gas is made to expand adiabatically. Gas is made to expand adiabatically. From region of high pressure to low pressure. From region of high pressure to extremely extremely low pressure. Low pressure is known as Joule-Thomson effect. Is Joule-Thomson effect. So just memorize important words: change in temperature, adiabatically, high pressure to extremely low pressure. Means when a gas is expand adiabatically from low pressure, from high pressure to extremely low pressure. So whatsoever your change in temperature is your Joule-Thomson effect. Now, what is the Joule-Thomson coefficient? So when a gas, you have just see that a gas is expanding adiabatically from high pressure to low pressure, the change in temperature with respect to pressure at constant enthalpy. At constant enthalpy. In the mathematical form, the symbol mu for your Joule-Thomson coefficient is equal to change in temperature with respect to pressure at constant enthalpy. If you will calculate it for real gases, it will be 1 by Cp 2A upon RT minus V. For a these are Van der Waals coefficient A and B. For a real gas, your Joule-Thomson coefficient is this. Now, what is the inversion in temperature? Temperature inversion is temperature at which real gas follow the property of temperature at which real gas follow the property of ideal gas. Follow the property of ideal gas. Ideal gas is temperature inversion. Now at this inversion point, Joule-Thomson coefficient is 0. At this temperature, mu is equal to 0. So in case of real gas, what it will be? 1 upon Cp 2A upon RT minus B will be 0, and here T is equal to B स्टॉप कर दो इसको तो here T is equal to 2A upon RB. Ti. So if you are going to calculate the inversion temperature for any gas, it will be 2A upon RB for a real gas. So here we completed our second part.